Welcome to my Red Hunter trading guide. In this video I'll show the best trade setup to maximize your single target as a Red Hunter. So starting off looking at the Bowmaster trade line, which is Red Hunter. You earn the skill Pinning Shot, and you also has a 15% chance to proc Needful Haste on every attack, which makes your Swift Bow induction shorter and your attack duration minus 25% for 15 seconds, as well as 10 meters max range on every range skill. So looking at red line, we're going to start with red, the points you want to put in red, starting from the top left. Looking at the true shot, you want 5 points into this. Gives your penetrating shot an incoming range crit damage buff. Definitely something you want. Next up we have Critical Eye, 5% range crit chance. That's a no-brainer for increasing your DPS. Next up we have Fast Draw, you want 5 points into this. Every time you use Quick Shot, a minus 10% bow induction buff will stack on you, and this can stack up to 3 times, giving you minus 30% bow inductions buff. On the next line we have Heartseeker. You definitely want this skill as well as the bleed, so 2 points into this for sure. Draw weight, induction bow damage, and induction bow critical multiplier, definitely 6 points into this. Swift and True increases swift bow damage, 5 points into this, as well as Quick Shot has a 20% chance each time you use it to remove the swift bow induction on the next attack. This is definitely something you want. Swift and True can save you a lot of time and give you a lot of damage. On the next line we're not going to pick the Quick Escape. It's not really valuable for PvE single target builds, as well as Strength. Since we're not using Strength stance, we're using Precision, we don't need this. On the next line we have In for the Kill, more bleed damage to Heartseeker, as well as minus incoming healing to your target, definitely something you want. Mercy Kill makes Merciful Shot crit harder, you definitely want this. On the next line we have Rain of Arrows. This is something you would trade only if you really need to do a lot of AoE. For a single target build, you're not gonna get Rain of Arrows. On the next line we have Quick Draw. Minus skill inductions is definitely something you want as a hunter, helps you a lot. We have Burn Hot, Hunter's really strong cooldown, you do want this for sure. Botkin Arrows, you definitely want this. Your range skills will bypass 10% mitigation of the enemy. Deadly Precision, one of your most important traits. Every time you crit, generate 1 focus. Really helps you with the focus management. Upshot, probably your highest damaging skill. It's a must pick for any hunter. And you don't need Plant Feet for the evade chance. It's not really needed for a hunter. Moving over to yellow line, the only thing we're going to trade here is Natural Extracts. 5 points into this to make your bleeds take harder, 25% damage over time damage. Some fights you might also want to trade some mitigations, but this guide is for the maximum DPS. But if you were to trade this, you would probably take some points out of this, out of the bleeds, and get some more mits. That's pretty much all you want in yellow, so we're moving on to blue finally. Starting with Impact Arrows, 5% range damage, definitely something you want, more damage is always good. Strong Draw is the same as in red, where you have the draw weight, gives you induction bow damage. This one gives you focus bow skill damage. You want to put 5 points into this to get the 25% chance. You don't really need the rank 6 as your points are spent better elsewhere. Moving on to the next line, we'll start from the right. Split Shot is a skill. You want to put 1 point to earn the skill. You only ever want to put more points into this if the fight is really AoE heavy. But if not, then your points are always going to be better spent elsewhere. Quickshot focus is something you want to put some points into, since you use quickshot a lot. Getting the quickshot bonus focus application chance higher will help you with your focus management. Into this you'll put 4 points, leaves us with 10 points. We're gonna skip press onward. We don't really need the heal or the stronger heal. We don't need more run speed for your find a path. We don't need the intent concentration. Our focus generation is gonna be really good anyway. Which brings us to the next line. You may look at Barb Fury, some more hunter damage over time, but this is not what you want from this line. You want to get Blood Arrow, and you want the Blood Arrow cooldown to be shorter, which opens up the Exsanguinate Bleed, which is something you also want. 3 points into this to make it 100% application that your bleed will apply. Blood Arrow and then followed by Exsanguinate Bleed will increase your DPS. And this is, in my opinion, the strongest single target build that you can get right now with 95 trade points. Just looking quickly at the set bonus that we earn in red. Swift Release gives you minus 25% induction on Barbed Arrow and Swift Bow. Shoot to Kill gives you more range damage. Archer's Mark basically gives you a chance to stack a critical defense debuff on the enemy. Hemorrhaging Shot increases the crit damage of every bow attack, really good trait. Swift Mercy makes it so that you can use Merciful Shot when the enemy is 70% or less on their health. And each use of Swift Bow lowers the focus cost of Merciful Shot by 1 per use. Hidden Stalker buffs your camouflage. You also get the range crit chance buff while camouflage, which you can use before a fight. And finally, one of the most important set bonuses for the Hunter. Heartseeker and Upshot's cooldowns are reduced by a certain amount for every crit and devastating hit. So every time you crit, it reduces the cooldown of 1 second, and every time you devastate, it's a 2-second reduced cooldown. Which means if you crit and devastate a lot, you'll have those skills back sooner, and you'll be able to deal more DPS. So this is my recommended build for Hunter in update 30 for the Red Hunter. If you disagree with me on some choices, let me know in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe to my channel, join my Discord, and I'll see you in the next one.